Lena stepped out of the grand wedding hall and into the open air where the sky stretched wide and endless above her. The cool breeze kissed her tear-streaked face as if whispering, "You're free now." Her wedding dress still clung to her body, but it no longer felt like a symbol of love. Instead, it felt like a shroud of the life she'd just left behind. With a slow, deliberate motion, she unpinned the delicate hairpiece Daniel had once said made her look like a queen. She let it fall to the ground, its tiny pearls scattering like forgotten promises. The world around her buzzed with murmurs, but she paid them no mind. Olivia rushed to her side, gripping her hand. "Come on," she whispered. "Let's get out of here." Lena hesitated, glancing back at the venue one last time. Through the tall windows she could see Daniel standing in the distance, Claire at his side. His face was unreadable, but it didn't matter. She wasn't waiting for an explanation. She wasn't waiting for him. She nodded at Olivia. "Let's go." The drive back to the apartment she and Daniel had picked together felt surreal. It was supposed to be their home, their beginning. Now it was just a place filled with memories she wanted to forget. As soon as she stepped inside, the silence pressed against her chest. The framed engagement photos on the walls mocked her. The untouched wedding gifts on the table felt like relics of a life that had unraveled in a single afternoon. Olivia watched her carefully. "Do you want me to stay?" Lena shook her head. "I think I just need to be alone." Her best friend hesitated, but finally nodded. "Okay, but if you need me, I'm one call away." When Olivia left, Lena slowly peeled off the wedding dress, letting it pool around her feet like a ghost of the love she had lost. She stood in front of the mirror, staring at the woman before her. She looked the same, but inside, everything had changed. She had spent years loving a man who had never truly been hers. She had built dreams on a foundation that had already been cracked. And now she was standing in the ruins, but she was still standing. A sharp knock at the door startled her. For a second her heart leapt. Was it Daniel? Had he come to apologize, to fight for her? She swallowed hard and walked toward the door, her hands shaking as she turned the knob. But it wasn't Daniel. It was Claire. Lena's breath caught in her throat. Claire looked nervous, her usually flawless face marred by worry. She clutched her hands together, her eyes red-rimmed as if she too had been crying. "Lena?" Claire's voice was small. "Can I talk to you?" Lena stared at her cousin, the woman who had taken the man she had loved. 1,000 emotions surged through her: anger, hurt, betrayal, but beneath it all something else flickered, a strange, unexpected calm. For the first time Lena realized she held all the power now. She took a slow breath, steadied herself, and finally spoke. "What could you possibly have to say?"